What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 95 of Puck to Prem here with Town Town. Today, you can see it in front of you. We are off to Wembley. It's the EFL Cup final, Liverpool versus Town. I feel like if you told me 11 years ago that this situation could even be possible, I perhaps would have laughed at you. But here we are. It's perhaps the biggest game in our time here at the club. I don't know if that would be an exaggeration, but I'm excited. I'm nervous as well. Since you were last here, we've played through the entirety of the month of February. A mixed month. Let's talk about these results kind of quickly, because I want to focus on the final today, because it's just the big thing, isn't it? So you can see, since you were last here, we have played 6 games in all competition, including 5 league games. Only 1 win in that run. It may stand out a little. We'll come on to it in a second, but first things first, we have crashed out the FA Cup. We lost on penalties to Manchester United. 0-0 this game finished, but Walton got man of the match. He made a ridiculous number of saves, but it wasn't quite enough. And well, in what was perhaps in this run of Premier League games, the most winnable game against Southampton, rock bottom of the league, we lost 1-0 against them. They scored from the penalty spot and we had no response. And it didn't get much better when we went to Stamford Bridge in this long sequence of away games. A 6-2 defeat here. Shvetsov and Turnbull with goals, but it really wasn't enough. Ultimately, however, they are one of the big dogs in the Premier League in this save game. Our future is not really going to be determined or decided by this kind of result. It's the results against the teams that are around us that really matter. And whilst Everton aren't around us, they're perhaps a game that you would expect us to do a little bit more in, and we did do a little bit more in this one. Dylan Turnbull got us off to a flyer, and at half-time we were 1-0 up, and in fact, until the 80th minute we were 1-0 up. You started to believe maybe we could get a win. I switched to time wasting. I thought, this is it. We're going to get a win against the run of play. But Karen Tal had other ideas. 2 goals for the striker for Everton in the 84th and 86th minute meant that ultimately we came away with nothing. And it was, a little heartbreaking. That would be an understatement. The next game we had against Manchester United, 0-0, very boring. Actually, fewer shots in this game than when we took on Manchester United with our rotated team in the FA Cup. And on the face of it, and upon reflection, it's a very good result, the 0-0. And it might be good. It's not great. In fact, this one isn't great either. It's grenine, because we beat Norwich City 9-1. I'm not going to show all the highlights for this game, but let's look at Shvetsov's goals. He got 6 goals in the second half. It was 1-1 at half-time. I got shouty. I've never seen a response to my shoutiness like this. Andrei Shvetsov, he was scoring with his head, with his left foot, with his right foot. I want to believe that as a wee lad in rural Russia, he grew up watching the Premier League and watching Luis Suarez score at Carrow Road, and he was inspired. He wanted it to be his mission in life to destroy Norwich City himself. He did it in this game. The first double hat-trick in Premier League history. 6 goals scored in the space of 20 minutes. That is pretty unheard of. I must admit, it caught me off guard when he did this. And we really needed this win. And, this game came midweek and I elected to play a full-strength team because we needed the league result. I'm very glad to have got it. I'm hoping we can take a little bit of the momentum from this game into today's match against Liverpool, which, of course, with it being a cup final, it's a slightly different stage to Carrow Road. Anyway, you can see Shvetsov here, 27 league goals for the season. He has done absolutely superbly this year, highest average rating. I don't want to say you could give him the golden boot now, but you probably could. In terms of how the league looks given all those results, you can see we are still in the relegation zone. I say still in the relegation zone. We've been lingering down here, but with a lot of games in hand, which always made it feel like we were a bit closer to safety than perhaps we were. We've now played a lot of those games in hand, and you can see, whilst we have got a game in hand on Sheffield United, we are staring down the barrel of a relegation gun. Now, of course, today's game is a bit of a distraction from all of this, but with 9 games left of the year, it's not settled. It's a very competitive Premier League season in terms of at the bottom. You often hope there's going to be one team that just ends up on 10 points and really doesn't do anything, and it can make it a little bit less intense at the bottom, but that's just not been the case here. But anyway, today's opposition are Liverpool. Now, Liverpool in this save game have consistently finished in the top 4 for the last 11 years. This year, however, they sit 10th. They have had a manager switch. They now have Barry Lutas as their manager. I don't know a great deal about this guy. He's apparently the interim manager until the end of the year. Previously, Bolton and Wigan youth coach. Caretaker manager a couple of times. But yeah, he's now the interim manager, I guess, till the end of the year. So he'll be looking to make his mark on the history at the club. Looking at their team, They've got some pretty good players there, haven't they? They've still got Alisson Becker in goal, aged 37. He might be a little bit difficult to score past, might he? You can see they've got De Jong as well. He looks very, very solid, although you kind of expect that from Frankie De Jong. They've got Gomez, Theo Hernandez, Paulinho. I think I noticed the fact they've got Bentaker in their team. Trent Alexander-Arnold is still contracted to them. Yeah, they're not bad, this Liverpool team, are they? Bloody hell. It's gonna be tough. I'm not really backing us to do it, and apparently neither are the bookies. But, well, if I was going to back us, it would be with our best possible team. And, well, the good news is, for the most part, we can play that best possible team today. Now, unfortunately, Pavlovic has had an injury, but as of late, I have been playing Douglas at centre-back because Maggi, our new Italian centre-back, and Pavlovic, they just don't get on, folks. They're just not compatible. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should have got them both programmed in on eHarmony before I signed Maggi to work out if they were a good match, but they've not been. What I will say is Douglas, the 18-year-old Brazilian, has done quite well at centre-back when we've called upon him so far. And so for today's game, I'm going to make the bold move to play a very, very young defence. It's, of course, going to be Walton in goal. Has made so many saves for us this year. Like, he has been nuts, everyone. He's made, I mean, you can see here, saves tipped, 52, saves parried, 66, saves held, 131. Quick maths, can I add those together? I want to say it's 249 saves in 29 matches. He's doing his bit. He's definitely doing his bit and a bit more. I need the biggest bit from him today. He did it against Wolverhampton Wanderers to get us this far in this competition. I get a sneaking suspicion he may be needed today. Anyway, in the midfield, we're going to go with Dragomir alongside Matcha. They've kind of just become the go-to centre-mid partnership. I will say Matcha in his last 5 games has really stepped things up, which is great to see. Dazelle hasn't really done it a deep line playmaker. I've been keeping my faith in Matcha, and he's slowly starting to get in the groove. Dragomir's going to play alongside him. In the wide attacking midfielder positions, Molineu's going to play out on the left. He played this position against Norwich, where, of course, he got 2 goals in the 9-1 win. So I'm going to keep some faith and keep him in the wide area there. We are going to play Shuttleworth on the right. I feel like in the summer, the wide midfield positions is just the area to address. I love Russell. You know, he's homegrown at club. He's been here for so many years now. But we've definitely hit kind of a wall where he's just not quite good enough for this level anymore. But for a player who has played for us since the National League level, the fact that he can play for us in a Wembley final feels pretty good. Anyway, up top, it's going to be the hometown hero Turnbull alongside Shvetsov. I am going to play the cautious style of play. We're going to drop everyone a little bit deeper, a little bit more defensive, try and hit Liverpool on the break. And, well, let's be honest, we go into this game as firm underdogs. I would be surprised if we aren't adjudged to be the competition's overachievers come the end of the kind of competition, regardless of the result today. But a win today would be huge. It would get us to Wembley. Well, not to Wembley. We're at Wembley. It would get us to the Europa League. So regardless of going up or staying down, there would be European football next year, which when you phrase it like that, makes me even more determined to win this game. But anyway, let's see what we can do today. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. It's Towler at Wembley, and there's a replay after a minute. That's concerning, isn't it? Harvey Elliott, back to Artigas. Pittman misses his tackle. Harvey Elliott already scored 1 screamer against me this year. Walton, get it away. That'll do me. I mean, he probably could have picked it up. He tipped it onto the woodwork superbly. What a stop by the keeper. I almost want to go and shout at them straight away, but I don't want to pile the pressure onto the players too soon in this game. I am going to do a little shout, though. Why not do a little shout? I mean, most of them have reacted well. Match is a bit nervous, bless him. I feel like this is the kind of game where if we can't get a goal, we just need to hold on for as long as we can. You know, as long as it's a 1-goal game with 20 minutes left, I feel like we can roll the dice, we can go attacking and try and make something happen. I will say now, not been a Classic Cup final. It's the 40th minute already, and that one highlight is the only one we've had so far. Theo Hernandez to Herrera, who crosses it in. Maggi heads it out to Matcha. I mean, could we hit them on the break? Andre, do your thing. Just give the ball and watch him work magic. Turnbull's in the middle. The hometown hero. Can he be picked out? Molineu's there as well. And James Molineux, completely against the run of play with the first real opportunity of the match, puts us into the lead of this Wembley final. Oh my word, Andrei Shvetsov, what a run this is. He runs all the way to the byline and then just picks out his man, ghosting in at the back post. James Molineux, signed for £62,000 from Wolverhampton Wanderers in League One. Told he didn't have a career at Wolves. They're now in the Championship. He's scoring here in Wembley at half-time against the run of play. It's 1-0. I want to tell the players I'm happy. I'm concerned about complacency, and I don't think we've actually played that well. So I'm going to make the bold decision to tell them I'm far from pleased. Please don't backfire. Okay, it's fine. I'm now also going to tell the players you weren't bad in the midfield, just to get them a little more motivated. I probably could do that talk to everyone. Let's just do it to all of them. You've not been bad, but you can improve. I've got faith in you. It's a bit of a personal team talk. I feel like as a manager, you know, a lot of these players have been at the club a while now. They've got that relationship. And well, Shuttleworth, can you put in a ball of quality? Free header headed away. Herrera now bringing it away for Liverpool. If they hit us on the counter-attack from a corner, I may be a little upset. Harvey Elliott on this right-hand side plays it inside to De Jong. Liverpool at the edge of the box. Herrera probably going to go for a long shot here. Lays it off to Everton, who in the Liverpool shirt just upsets me. Bandowski offside. Oh my word. Breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. I thought for a second Bandowski had got them back into this game. How good is Bandowski? He's a pretty good striker. I mean, he's no Shvetsov. Would have been very, very unfortunate. It's a heroic tackle attempt by Matcha there, to be fair. I love that commitment. Set piece to defend here. Elliott whipping it in. Only 3 minutes since the last highlight, and De Jong heads narrowly over the bar. It does feel like we're a little on the ropes, doesn't it? It feels like since half-time they've changed things up somewhere, Liverpool. An hour gone, though, and the body language isn't looking all positive. Then time continues to trickle away. Dragomir's not had a great game as a box-to-box midfielder. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move Matcha to ball-winning midfielder, and I'm going to bring in Andre Dazelle as a deep-line playmaker. A little bit of experience in this team, a little bit of zen in this team in Andre Dazelle. Very, very capable of picking out a pass, and not terrible defensively, although he's not maybe as good as Liverpool's midfielders. Anyway, they've got a chance here. We've backed off quite a lot, let them have a long shot, and it's hit the outside the post. I can't help but feel like we are riding our luck a little bit in this game. There's another highlight now. It's all been Liverpool. I want to believe we're just going to hit them on the counter as they commit more men forward. But it's Moreno cutting inside, ghosting inside, and I think the shot is deflected. It gets past Walton. He probably should have done a little better. His 18th goal of the year for Alvaro Moreno. Oh, it has been coming, hasn't it? Mr. Dessa heads it away. Moreno picks it up, skips past one. Was that Andre Dazelle? I think it is. It is Andre Dazelle. It's 1-1. Now, there's two ways I can approach this. I can continue what we're doing and they're going to have a load of chances against me and it feels like we're a bit on the back foot. Or I could go on the Tau Law attacking system and try and win it in 90 minutes. Oh, do I? These are the decisions that cups are won on. I'm doing it. We're going very attacking. Well, not very attacking, but attacking. We're going the Tau Law way. Instantly a highlight. Shvetsov, Dazelle, go on. Go on, why not? Andre Dazelle, Shvetsov, pull it across. Turnbull's there! He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. I thought I was a genius. I mean, it bodes well. Was it offside? Oh, it's Shvetsov who's offside. I was going to say Turnbull didn't look offside. Oh, that would have been incredible. The excitement in my voice. Time trickling. We're on the front foot, though. Matcha, though, giving away the ball. This could spell disaster. Conero bringing the ball forward for Liverpool. Options in the middle. Maggi, what a tackle. What a tackle by the 20-year-old. Signed from Serie B. Told he wasn't good enough for the top flight of Italy. We thread through Shvetsov. Skips past the man. Can he score? The keeper saves it. Oh, my word. Mr. Dessa heads it, but it doesn't really mean anything. There's highlight after highlight to end it, but since we've gone on attacking, there's been a turning of the tide. Turnbull. Oh no, Bandowski's through. He's already had one chance. Can he score this one? Oh my God, Walton. Oh my God, Walton. What a save. What a save. Harvey Elliott now whips in the corner. He holds on to it. Walton, you babe. Oh my God, this could go to extra time. 3 minutes of added time. They're gone. It's extra time here. Oh my word. I mean, this is better than what I was expecting. Do I tell the players I'm far from pleased? We've got some players nervous. I'm going to just get them fired up. Right, we've got a lot of bookings at the back, which I'm going to be honest, does scare me a little. Turnbull's been a bit poor. You know what? I'm going to bring in Kosic out on the right. And I'm going to hold on to the last sub for now. I'm thinking about taking off Turnbull for Mihail. But that feels a little unnecessary. We're going to stay in attacking, though. We looked better at the end of the game when we went on attacking. You can see you get an extra sub in extra time as well. Our players are really tired, aren't they? My word. Didn't really think about that. What would you do? What would you do? Molyneux's so tired. I'm going to have to take him off for Stefanovic. Walton to kick it out. 100 minutes played so far here at Wembley. Kosic on off the bench, giving the ball away to Moreno, the goal scorer. He switches it over. Pittman wins the header. Now in match, Andre Dazelle to Kosic. Plays it forward. Shvetsov, he's through. Can he score it? Becker at the near post makes a superb save to keep Liverpool in this. Look at the clear-cut chances and look at the half chances. We are creating stuff here. Douglas, Maggi can't get the header. Liverpool going to defend this, you imagine. Oh my God, 3 minutes left of this first half of extra time. It's whipped in Bentancur's header and it finds the top corner. It's heartbreaking. Rodrigo Bentancur with the header to put Liverpool 2-1 up. Of course, Liverpool and Norwich met in the semi-final. If only Norwich had won it, we could have beaten them 9-1 at Wembley. Oh, that is a kick in the gonads. 20 seconds left. Another highlight begins. 20 seconds left of the first half, I should say. Becker boots it forward. I mean, there's a point where I have to go very attacking, and it might come immediately here if Armstrong scores, but he doesn't. Walton saves it. Wasn't a great effort on goal. Oh, boy. What a final this has been, though. All of our back four are on bookings. It's a little scary. I'm going to make some changes here. I'm going to bring in Mihail up top for Turnbull. And I'm going to tell our inverted wingers to stay on attacking and stay forward, I think. We've got to go a little more direct, haven't we? We've got to get it forward a little quicker. Right, nothing like a nice calm final, is there? Before this half gets underway fully, I want to do a shout of demand more. We have 12 minutes to try and make something happen here. I've got to go very attacking. There's 5 minutes left. It's a highlight, but it's probably going to be them punishing us for throwing men forward. Taylor, you can see he's surrounded by our men, but unfortunately he finds a pass through, and you can see we are lacking men at the back. Maggi, Pittman, goes back to the keeper. Walton to Douglas. Bit risky passing it around the back, but I don't mind it. We've worked it nicely here. Kosic, get it forward to Shvetsov. Kosic, the Croatian, on his own. Can he score it? Oh my word. Alisson Becker tips over. What was a great chance. Stefanovic whips in. Free header. Shvetsov, no. Got away. Oh my word. I'm all over the place here. Harvey Elliott now trying to bring it forward for Liverpool. This has to be the pointless ending to a highlight. There is seconds left of this game. Come on, one last shout of demand more. It's not going to do anything. We lose the final. What a final. But it's not Towler coloured confetti falling from the sky today. Liverpool 2, Towler 1. We gave them a really good game. A really good game. I mean, what an achievement to make it to the final. To take them to extra time and lose it like that does hurt. A set-piece goal in the end, but not a bad performance in the competition, I suppose. You can see, actually, yeah, we were the biggest overachievers, runners-up, and apparently our game against Wolverhampton Wanderers was considered the game of the match, the game of the tournament. Is that really considered the game of the tournament? I suppose it's because Walton made so many saves. And then we won it, like weathering a storm late on. But, oh, it's just that the way to lose that final is just a little bit heartbreaking. The issue we've got is there is absolutely no rest for us here. We have to reset and go again. You can see we've got a very, very tough end to the season. We've got Bournemouth, which is winnable, perhaps, although probably not. Stoke is a big game. Tottenham, Watford, Arsenal. Next episode, we'll be back for the game against Newcastle United. And then following on from that, I imagine that the last 3 games will just be a live com triple header to end the season live. That feels like the logical thing to do. I mean, hopefully we're not going to get relegated this year, but now that we've had the kind of euphoria of a cup run stripped away from us, we kind of have to look at this situation and realise it's going to be really, really tough. And, you know, the end of the season is probably going to be where our fate is decided. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. Next time out, it will be the game against Newcastle at home. A big game for us at the end of April. We will have had a youth intake since then, so well, between then and now. So we will have a run through that as well, I'm sure. I do hope to see you guys for it. Let me know what you made of this cup final. Heartbreaking, but what an incredible match. What an incredible effort. Really can't knock the players one little bit. Hopefully, we'll be back in this situation before too long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed. I will see you guys again tomorrow. It's me, Jack, and I'm out. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.